Hey everybody, welcome back to a new episode of Entropia content. And I was just saying hi to some players that were hanging out near the teleporter. Ran into Soul. I think when was the last time I seen him? Was at some big event, wasn't it? Oh, there he is. So if anyone wants to check what Soul's been up to, he's hanging out here at Camp Crunk. Looks like we got some other players here doing some crafting maybe. Before I begin my crafting run, I'm just going to show everyone who hasn't seen. I'll start talking about it at least once every episode to hopefully get the word out. I've had some people asking about it already, so I figured I should start sharing more. So if I click here and change it to 3 clicks, there it is. We got enough for Bonzo Slim Jim 3 clicks too. We'll check that out. Ooh, nice full condition for that. Anyways, let's go to the Mamba. We'll check its construction status. Look at that. It's like really high in the green too. So when I get to do these 3 clicks, there's good chances of success. I don't know if I'm going to turn it up maybe to like Q territory. Holy fuck. I'll probably click some of them there. We'll see. If anyone has any opinions about where I should click it, let me know in the chat. It's tempting to go for the full condition. If I get it, that'd be insane. Now to show people what it's looking like, if I get a full success, it's over 2 grand head. So I'm going to add a little bit of metal residue to that to help sweeten it, make it lubricate the process to go a little smoother. But yeah, let's hope that works. God, I don't want to click construct by accident. I got to get ready, do that in a big event. Yeah, so if anyone's asking the time, I don't know the time yet because it's on my birthday, December 2nd, and I'm going to craft it. Location is here at Camp Crunk. And I'll probably hang out here for like a bit, maybe doing the AI mission with people before I do it. We'll see if we can get a crowd of people together, and then we'll all do the print together. Hopefully we can get something. And I'll be trying to do giveaways of blueprints, giving away any vehicle prints. I'll give one random one away, maybe to each person who's around every hour that I'm here. So yeah, so if we get a bunch of people and you want to get a couple prints, just come and hang out for a few hours. Yeah, and so we can talk here, we can sweat the zombies, we got crafting terminals, auction terminals, everything you need here at Camp Crunk. Even the AI mission. I just wish they would add one mob to this area that you could sweat. Because not being able to sweat anything here kind of sucks for hosting sweating events. And I'm not asking for the best mob, the haters, but man, if we could get a couple haters here, holy shit. But maybe that's better that we don't have haters here because it would get too packed with people coming here all the time. It's the best place. So yeah, not only that, but the best shops. You can check Soul, he puts a lot of money into his shops. That's why I was glad the game gave him a spot. Me and Big Daddy weren't going to sell him either of ours. So they created him a whole new shop. But look, he keeps the crates and the keys active. He's even got one left for sale. He has a shopkeeper here with more keys. Holy. Wonder why he just doesn't put him here. When you use the shopkeeper, it has decay fees. But if you want to check out the other best shop is Big Daddy's shop. He used to have the booth next to mine. His was that one. Used to be just me and Big Daddy for a long time. And then Soul came and they made him a new shop. Because our prices were too high. No, it's lucky Big Daddy lost his shop, but he got this one in exchange. And apparently he paid a bit of extra money to sweeten the pot. Which I think is kind of neat. The only thing I don't like about it is it's farther away from the teleporter. Like, I can literally just go into Big Daddy's shop, buy minerals, and put them for sale in my shop, and they'll sell. So it's like I could make a profit just buying and reselling because mine's the closest. It's nice having the closest shop to a teleporter. I should ask Soul if he knows. I really want to check one of those Sunday events. I should have before they all ended. Oh, I'll live and learn. It's what Entropia is all about, really, is making mistakes and trying to learn from it. Tip of the queue. I'll have to go back into the video and watch. How far on the queue tip did I have it? Was it a little bit past? Was it like right on? I'll go for right on. The queue tip. Alright, we only have 1,000 clicks left to go. I only clicked one click. Not that I'm hating on the crafting, but crafting episodes back to back to back like this are a bit much. I'll have to go into the archive. Did anyone actually add up the total of how much I spent on this 1,000 ped crafting run? I called it a 1,000 ped crafting run, but I think realistically, if I had to add up all the auction fees I spent and the materials, it was more like a 1,300. Because there was quite a bit of auction fees. But I could be wrong about that. Someone wants to go into the archive and add up. I was thinking of adding it up at the time, and I'm like, well, I might as well just add it up later if I need to. Because a lot of times I say I'm going to need to add it up for something, but really it doesn't matter to me because I'm not all about how much I made exactly. As long as I profited a little bit, it's all I care about. If I'm going up or down, it's the main objective. How fast doesn't really matter. It's not a race. The only part that's really a race is I kind of want to unlock that piece for my Camp Crunk shop so I can start selling keys like Soul does. And then people can unlock items in those. The only thing I don't like about that is I wish Never Die would have added a tax to the shopkeeper owner. So we could tax the loot from people with the keys. Because I'm pretty sure if we could tax the loot, then people would lower the price on the keys, right? Because you'd be like, shit, I should lower the price on these keys because the people using them are helping me by paying some tax. I don't know, that's personally how I would have did it, but it's mainly because I'm biased because I am a shopkeeper owner, so the whole fact that we can even have these dungeons I think is pretty amazing. We're lucky. I don't know, I could be wrong, but did any other planet do that for their shopkeepers? Unlock the ability to sell the instance keys? That's a pretty wild system. That's all I like about Never Die, man. He's got a lot of good ideas that he put into the game. Some of them I'd like to see modified a little bit, but overall a lot of the ideas are at the base are very good. Like the very foundation of what he's doing is he's trying to add more stuff to the game. And what more do you want your creator of the game to do? But to continue to add stuff, right? Now, as the one thing I was talking about to the other game players I play, Clone Evolution, everyone likes it enough that they want to try it. They've heard me talk about it on their show a few times. They're like, oh, Entropia sounds cool. They want to come to my birthday party and hang out in VR. I'm like, alright. And then the one problem is, a lot of them are either women or people that live in other countries. and they don't have desktops, so they're playing games on their cell phone. So I'm like, oh fuck, well, can't really come into Entropia if it's a cell phone issue, right? So I was thinking, I don't know what kind of rocket science it is, but like really, how hard is it to make a version of Entropia that'll play on a cell phone? I mean, beyond crafting. Like I know they had the Tycoon app or whatever, so you can play Entropia on a cell phone. Like I know what they could say is that Entropia is not going to work because of the screen size. But really, if you own a Samsung phone, like a Galaxy 8 and up, or even 7, I don't know, you can just pop it in one of those VR headsets, and there you go. The screen size is not an issue anymore because it's a fucking gigantic screen. And then they're like, oh, but the keyboard controls and stuff. Well, I'm pretty sure you can sync your fucking keyboard and shit to your cell phone, right? Like, I know it's a little bit complicated. You might have to buy a USB keyboard or Bluetooth keyboard or something, I don't know, but I know it's physically possible to do it. There's devices that you can. So I don't know what's the holdup with getting Entropia on cell phones. Like shit, even like you could take the cell phone, have the HDMI out on some phones, so you could just plug it right into a bigger monitor. So you'd just be running the Entropia off your cell phone and be going to a full-size screen anyway. Or the cast button. A lot of cell phones have the cast button now, so you can just hit cast whatever's on your screen. So if you had the Entropia game on your cell phone running, then you could just cast it to a monitor or your TV or whatever. You wouldn't have to use the tiny screen. So I don't know, technically I think, what was it, there were been changes made to the game that required an even faster processor or something, or even better video card, which I think cell phones can match. The only thing I've heard is one programmer was talking about how Entropia is such an old game that it's based to only run on one core. So they said that's the issue they're running into with multi-core processors and running Entropia, is Entropia is a one-core game. So that's when it comes to cell phones, they're like, oh, they can make up faster speeds by combining a whole bunch of cores, but it doesn't work for games that are one-core games. But I was thinking there's got to be some sort of emulator or middleman that they can run it in between. Sort of like how I run BlueStacks to run Android games on PC. Doesn't emulate them perfectly, but at least it gets me on the PC so I can stream the shows from it. Not have to stream a show from my cell phone because it kept overheating it every time. So I don't know what this solution is to do it like an emulator, to emulate it onto a cell phone, or to run it natively from a cell phone and actually make a version. Like what I would do is, if I was programming it, I would dumb it down to the point where you make a version of Entropia that's like based on safe mode or whatever. Safe mode everything except for avatar quality. That's where avatar quality, I'd like to bump it up to like low or medium, but at least so you can see your avatars better. But the environment, bump it all the way down to safe mode. And then try to run that on the fucking cell phone. If that doesn't help, I don't know what else to try. Because really that's what Intellivision Amico is trying to do. They're like, they want to get the entire cell phone audience that plays cell phones comfortably, gaming on cell phones, and wants to give them an option of a console to connect to, so that they're connecting to their home TV now. Now they've linked their cell phones to their TVs. I don't know, some people might think, well, that already exists. You can just hit the cast button on your phone. But I was thinking, yeah, that's basically what the Amico is, but he's putting an in-between state. So it's like an interface that makes it easier to interact with. I guess the only difference would be if you ran it just natively from your phone itself. you wouldn't have the third party element that's customizing the experience for you and trying to make it more run smoother. It's kind of like ROMs and emulators and the NES Classic. Anyone could have just bought a ROM emulator, ran it on their PC, bought one of those Raspberry Pi boxes and pop on an emulator. Next thing you know, you got the NES Classic, but everyone bought it. Why? Because the NES Classic was just ease of use. It was easier. You just plugged it in, turned it on, it worked. You didn't have to add ROMs, you didn't have to do any updates to it. It was just plug and play, ready to go. So yeah, I think that's the thing. And the form factor, some people just like supporting a brand name. So if they could find a way to make it easy for people to play Entropia on a cell phone, boom, we'd have the entire cell phone market. The cell phone market is way bigger than the PC or console gamers. I think, what is it? PC and console gamers combined only make up like 2% of the gaming market now, compared to what cell phones are. Because, man, everyone's got cell phones, right? Gamers have become a little bit more obscure. Now, I was thinking of buying a new shirt for Entropia. I don't know whose I should get. I was thinking maybe an official Mind Arc shirt. Maybe one from Bonnie or Raven Jade again. Or, yeah, who is it? Maybe Avalon. I think he had that cool shirt. Well, I was thinking maybe instead of just buying other people's again, I should maybe create an Entropia shirt myself. Yeah, that's I'm not really utilizing my show to its full potential. Alright, there's the full pen. Oh, 2-pen. Bonzo Slim Jim, 88 clicks! Holy shit. Man, you never notice sometimes in life when you're talking about something and all of a sudden, like, you're just doing something random? That random activity will change to sort of match the pattern of what you're talking about. I don't know if it's something the way the universe is coded, or just we notice that happening more often than not because I'm looking for it. Observer biased. But, yeah, I don't know. Like there I was talking about not utilizing my show to its full potential. I was thinking that I really should design some shirts for my shows and have one shirt for each different show. Have my Gravity Well shirts. Have my Entropia shirts. Maybe even make a Clone Evolution shirt. The whole thing is a patent copyright thing. It's fucking annoying. Yeah, because neat as it is to sign up for a shirt company and get them to make the shirts for you. I think one of my buddy actually has the official machine for making, printing shirts correctly. I don't know, maybe I'll stick with the regular printer ones for now. Just sell them cheap. I'll just fully disclose it'll be iron-on shirts. I don't know, what would you guys prefer? Custom-made shirts that are just iron-ons, or going with the company and getting them to do it all? Yeah, that's what I'm starting to do. I'm starting to think about a whole bunch of stuff to get ready for the next convention. It's like, I took 1 year off for the convention because I was pissed that I got the wrong spot at the convention. Complained about it and they never gave me a discount on getting the next year, so I just decided to take a year off from it to recoup the losses. Then I got the concussion, so I had to take a year away from it for that. I'm trying to remember if it has been 2 or 3 years. Oh yeah, then the third year would be the lockdown one. Yeah, so 3 years away from the convention. And that was funny because when I was at the convention, I was been doing it for so many years, but I could never take the time to think about what I should be promoting there the most, what I should have there as items for people. And every time I tried to make something custom and cool and bring it, no one wanted them. So I ended up spending thousands on inventory and didn't sell anything. So yeah, maybe that's how I'll switch it out. I think shirts sell a little bit better. Maybe I'll do posters, custom prints, and shirts. See, that's the thing. I like just going for the convention part of it, and having some stuff that people like and want is neat and a side thing, but I've never really made it the goal of my convention booths. Usually I did it just to talk to people. Showed off a few posters that I collected. Then my cousin was selling prints there. Her prints sold really well. I shouldn't have undercut her the one year. I don't know what I was thinking. I was an idiot. I was like, oh, let's have one poster that's just really cheap. And then everyone went for that and didn't buy her expensive ones. I was like, oh, fuck. I should have not sold those cheap ones right next to her expensive ones. That was dumb. Business has never been my strong suit. I need things to more work out the Forrest Gump way. Little bit of dumb luck that's doesn't work the greatest in the business world. Or maybe it can. Yeah, so maybe what I'll do is I'll get a picture of my avatar and make it into a shirt. That might be a good idea. Hey, there's a PRX print. The game liked that idea. So I wonder, does anyone have an idea how to do that? I guess I could turn the graphics setting on my avatar up all the way to full. Maybe even the game settings and graphics to full. Go to somewhere with a completely black background, or maybe green or whatever color I can find that's consistent. Or I guess it can't be green because I'll have to change my sweater color. But anyways, make a green screen effect, and then I'll take that green screen effect picture and delete the background, and then make the avatar image into a shirt. That's probably the best idea. But I'll have to pick a new color for my hoodie. I was thinking if anyone could do that for my birthday, that'd be great. If someone could come by with the coloring equipment and stuff, maybe even have enough paint on Rocktropia that you could paint it a color for me. I'm looking for a new color for my sweater, and I don't really care what color it is, so whatever color someone thinks they can color it, just let me know. And they can also show off their coloring skills on my show. So if they have a coloring or texturing business, they want to promote it in an episode, yeah, we could also even communicate via Skype or whatever communication method you prefer. That'd be a cool episode. You know who I should do? I should probably talk to Summer. Maybe she would be able to help with that, but I probably have to go to Calypso. That way I save her the trip of having to move all the paints and textures here. Unless she already has them here, but I doubt it. Never know, I did run into Summer on Next Island then one day, or what was it, Ancient Greece. Seems like that's where a lot of the action's going on these days. Let's check the action from the deeds. Yeah, we're up to 21. That's not bad. I like that. Imagine this made it all the way up to 100. Then I'd be bitching less about having Ancient Greece shares. And really, to think about it, those Ancient Greece shares, I spent, what was it, 3,000 on them? Plus all the fees I spent trying to sell it, however many that was. So I probably have broke even already. The money I earned paid for the fees when I tried to sell out. Success! Yeah, I should let that build up to 100 and then I'll try to sell them. See where it's at. I'm scared to even look at the price. Maybe it's stabilized. Yeah, I shouldn't be such a chicken. Come on, man. Grow up here. Excuse me. Alright, so they plummeted to 7.5 each. What did I pay? 10 each? Yeah, because I have 300. Spent 3,000. Alright, so far I've lost a quarter of my investment, which a quarter of 3,000 PED is what? Fuck. Why couldn't it be 4,000? Alright, if it was 4,000, it'd be 1,000. Yes, 1,333. So that'd be 1/3 of it. So I'll have to make 333 PED to break even. Then I can sell out at 750 and get back the money I paid. Well, plus the auction fees. So that's not too bad. How long do you think it'll take me to reach 333? Or was it 100? Yeah, 133. That's not too bad. I don't know, it'd have to be 1,000? No. God, I gotta break out the calculator here. Alright, so we got 3,000 divided by 3. No, that's not right. I'm wrong already. Man, oh man. What was I trying to calculate? Oh yeah, 3,000 PED. And I lost, was it 25%? Divided by 25%. Alright, 3,000 divided by 4 equals 750? Yeah, right. Yeah, that sounds right, huh? Alright, so So 750. That's how much PED I would have to win in order to collect in revenue. to equal the amount that I lost buying them. So how long will it take to reach 750? Probably going to be quite a while. Yeah, so I'm glad I got the calculator. I might have calculated it wrong still, but it sounds better than my first calculation. Yeah, I was gonna say, did I get garbage for blueprints? And I'm like, oh yeah, I got the Bonzo Slim Jim. And wasn't it fucking like 80 clicks? Crazy. So I don't know, when I say that I like to come back to Camp Crunk and it's my favorite crafting terminal, I'm not really fucking around. Alright, let's stop and check this. It's fucking ridiculous. Did I really get a Bonzo Slim Jim and that many clicks? Fuck, what's going on? It stopped at 99%. What kind of horse shit is this, Batman? It's like, take your time if you're giving me a global here, but if it's just a normal miss, I'll be pissed. Oh, we lost connection. That's a piece of horse shit. Alright, so I'll have to come back. We'll be right. Luckily, I have a pause button. Alright, we're back, everyone. Luckily, Entropia doesn't take very long to boot up, and it gave me time to remember to bring up the Bitcoin Casino. Now, right now, I'm at 135,433. Let's give it a roll. Boom, 135,445. Thank you, everybody. That's sweet. It's always nice, even if I'm not getting a good crafting run, I can try a spin of that, and boy, that cheers me up quick. Help offset the losses. I shouldn't say losses. Today we hit another Bonzo Slim Jim. I was going to show everyone the stats and the fucking game crashed. So sorry guys, can't show you the stats. Man, maybe that'd be a feature they could add to the game in the future. Have like a stats log of like your past 3 runs. So if you happen to close your run by accident, you can go, oh shit, go to the last run or last, second last, or third last. Maybe offer a 4-run history. And then yeah, be able to compare runs. Have each run on the screen at the same time. You could go, oh, this run did better here. This one I did better there. That'd be a kind of a neat feature, I think. Now I noticed Mindark has an official place where you can send ideas. If anyone likes ideas for my show, just send them in and you can take the credit. I'll never get around to sending them in to Mindark. Maybe I will one day. Now I noticed one way that I found to do the show, recording for an hour each day and getting it done faster and using up less of my real life time, is do the live stream once an hour. Because that way, even if, or once every day per game. Yeah, because if you do a live stream hour, even if something happens, like you get interrupted, have to grab a drink, phone rings or something, the show keeps rolling because it's live. So as much as that sucks for the viewers, it makes it easier for me to make sure the show's done in an hour. So if the game crashes or something, that game crashing time gets recorded. That's one advantage to live streaming Entropia. Its recovery time from a crash is a lot quicker. When I do the Clone Evolution game, if it crashes, it takes about 10 minutes to reboot. So 10 minutes out of an hour show, if there's 2 crashes, that's quite a bit of time, 20 minutes. It's like a third of the show. Just booting. But the other thing about doing live streams is it posts it all automatically. So I don't have to sit there, upload everything. Like normally when I record it, it's somewhere on my hard drive, then I have to upload it to YouTube. When you do a live stream, it doesn't use any of your hard drive space. That's another advantage. And it just automatically uploads it to YouTube. The only thing I wish YouTube would do is have an auto thumbnail creator, which would automatically just enter the text on a thumbnail, whatever your show title is or whatever you want the thumbnail text to be. Like, it would just have a field saying enter what your thumbnail text should say, pick what font you want, and then they would offer a whole bunch of different types of thumbnail fonts. And then they'd be like, here's a generated image. Hit refresh if you'd like to see a different one. And you can just refresh a few, find one you like, and then boom, auto created image. Instead of having to do it all in Paint or something separately. And they could even generate it too, where you could be like, have auto generated thumbnail text. So it would just take the title from your video and put it right in as the thumbnail. If that's how you like to label them. Not to make like YouTube thumbnail generation that generic, but oh, Sleipner 40. I was thinking for doing daily shows, it would be nice to have something that would speed up the process. Because you end up using up a lot of your time. Yes, it'd be neat. When I did my live stream, it would just ask me what was the oh, another print, PRX. They would just ask me like, what is the, or Gunnier, yeah. Holy, 3 prints. I was like, geez, I'm surprised that wasn't the global, eh? That's how the global went, remember? 3 prints in a row. This time it was just a $3.99er. Still, I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, so you can see like this 1,000 ped crafting trick. If you did it just 100 ped crafting trick, you could get it to work, but you'd have to hit a run like that of like 3 prints in a row, have all 3 of them be good ones. But if you do like just 100 ped and you hit a whole bunch of trash and don't get any blueprints, and if you do, it's the basic ones, then you could see your little crafting experiment bankrupting you pretty quick. That's why it's not really that much of a trick per se. It just happens to be if you can get some good loot. Try to fish in good pools. Man, that was close. Can you imagine 2 globals in one run? Like, man, even one seemed ridiculous. That 3 print stretch. I was going to switch terminals, I'm glad I didn't. That's what she said. Right, so yeah, that's what the birthday party is going to be all about. Hitting this crafting machine, hoping it provides some luck. We got 3 chances of glory. which I compare all my other crafting experiences in Entropia. They've all been pretty much glory free. So having these 3 chances at glory is the biggest and best opportunity my account has ever had. Could be the biggest failure as well. Only time will tell. If I get nothing and it's all near successes or not even all fails, I'll be like, no! Should have took that 12,000 pad. No, but I think just the experience of it, and even if I do fail, it should be a pretty epic failure video. The only real failure is if I fail and the video fails to record. Then that'd be the ultimate failure. It's like power goes out right after 3 failures. I'd be like, no! Then even the reaction video to that would be pretty good. Yeah, I was wondering if the game would give me any good clicks to end the run on, right? Like, yeah, did we do a message from the sponsor? Can't remember. I think I was going to, and then I got distracted. Is that what happened? Yeah, let's do a quick message from the sponsor just to play it safe. Don't want this sponsor mad at you. Today's Bonzo Slim Jim Jackpot is brought to you by Crack. Crack, it'll fuck you up. Woo. Alright, welcome back everyone. Yeah, let's stick with this terminal, but I'm going to move closer this way. There we go. Gotta get the perfect position. Position is key. I really gotta let go of that item sold in my shop. Acknowledge it that I've read it. Alright, let's do it. We have to learn to let go. Alright, big thanks again to Deal Man Bear Pig. Decour. Yeah, maybe I was gonna say Decour is bears in French, but that's ours. So I don't know. Decour. Holy shit, jumping spider. Holy fuck, man, he's fast. Oh, he's gone. Fuck, man, that spider, he was quick. Man, did I ever do the episode with you guys about spiders being aliens? It's like, you know how when we go to other planets one day, NASA or whatever, exploring in the future, if they can ever get their head out of their ass. Now, they had some astronauts go up in Dragon. They're making some progress, finally. The evil genius, Elon, is getting the job done. But anyways, if they explored other planets and they found life forms, one of the ways they could tell it was an alien life form, and then it just didn't come from Earth and somehow get there, was it would have different evolution characteristics. Like its body would be built to withstand different gravity. It could walk around in like 100 times gravity instead of like Earth's gravity. and then it's able to like breathe the environment, or there'd be like similar species, like it'd be a mammal or insect or something. So yeah, we could take all those characteristics and apply it to it and be like, okay, this alien is, or life form is definitely alien because it can breathe like carbon, and or it's made from silicone and not carbon, or it's like a different type of species that we've never seen before, doesn't fit in any other category. And then it turns out that's if you look at all the species on Earth, there's one species that actually fits those properties of having characteristics of being evolved on a different planet. And they figured it out because when they looked at spiders, they found some of the spider nests had flown up from orbit and managed to get up into the space station. They're like, oh shit, why do we have spiders outside? And they found out what happens is spiders, they create nests that can float up into the air. Sometimes they float so high up that they get up into the atmosphere. And you think that'd be dangerous for spiders, they'd die as soon as they get in the cold. But no, spiders, they have that hibernation thing where if they freeze, they survive. So they get into these webs and they get into space and they start flowing around in the solar winds, or the atmospheric winds, or whatever there is. So occasionally these winds blow them up, and they blow them right up as far as they can detect. They found them already up at the space station. So they're thinking technically these winds can just keep blowing them farther and farther, and they would eventually just leave and land on other planets. So they could find these webs of like spiders waiting to dethaw on all the asteroids and all the other moons. So they said technically once we find a planet that's dethawed and like not frozen or has like a Earth temperatures, we'll find spiders there. And they said the main reason why too is every time a spider lands on one planet like that, the web, it breeds, makes a whole bunch more, and then they start going up into space. And they said for each planet they land on, they send enough spores out to infect another 100 planets. So it's like if one goes to one and expands by 100, and then each one of those hundreds go to another one each and expand by 100, then you can see how spiders would eventually colonize the entire universe in only a matter of years. Yeah, and then the other features they looked at spiders is they can withstand gravity, 10 times stronger than Earth. So their bodies are made to withstand artificial or different planets' gravities. And they're also able to like freeze and stuff. Oh yeah, and then they're arachnids. Arachnids are like their own species where nothing else on the Earth is really that close to an arachnid. So technically when we're looking for alien life, spiders are already it. And it's kind of comforting to know when we go to other planets, we don't have to worry about being alone. We'll always find spiders. Isn't that comforting? Makes you wonder, what was the first planet that spiders evolved on? Maybe they evolved on a moon. We don't even know, right? It would make sense if they evolved on a moon first, because then maybe the moon would have less gravity and those webs could fly into space even easier. I'm sure some planets the spiders land on, they can't get back out into space because maybe the gravity will be too strong and they can't get their webs all the way up into the atmosphere. Oh, there's 267. Yeah, so if that happens in the future and the first alien species discovered on like Mars or Moon or Venus, I bet you it'll be a spider. You can mark my words. Now, how I found about it was I was watching a documentary about it. They're talking about how they think aliens, spiders could fit all the criteria we have for alien life. Something about their blood was different too, I can't remember. No, but they are still carbon-based life. So I guess that was one thing. But who knows, maybe other planets will also be carbon-based life, right? Oh, biohazard print. Now, how I think it works too is if you took gravity wells and you affect spiders, so spiders will be living in different gravity well fields, that'll trigger them to evolve differently too. So that's why you start, like when one species of spiders lands on a planet, it'll start evolving into different species of spiders the more it gets into different fields. So I kind of think it explains Noah's Ark. Noah didn't really have to save one of every animal, just one of every animal type. And then those types could just spread back out pretty quickly once they got into different gravity wells. It's like that one island when they repopulated it with lizards. They wanted to see how long it would take for them to establish the colony that had gone extinct. Then they came back and they found out that they mutated into the colony that had gone extinct. Like, okay, didn't expect that result. I guess there's the debate, maybe if some of the original lizards had survived, and then they ate all the new ones. Yeah, that's what I was wondering, the way we could prove that experiment for real is we could take a whole bunch of elephants and keep them in a zoo up in like the Arctic where woolly mammoths used to live, and then see if the elephants one day mysteriously give birth to a woolly mammoth. Because I think the gravity well that created the woolly mammoth is probably still there. PRX Limited. Alright. Raking in the prints. Woo-hoo. But maybe you have to go to more extremes than that. You'd have to try to recreate the food that they used to eat. Grow the fucking plants that used to be tropical in the Arctic. But I bet you it is just the gravity well field. And I think gravity well fields will probably evolve people differently depending where we live too. It's only a matter of time before we start populating remote areas of the planet. We'll start having like weird kids born. Well, not that they're weird, just different. That's always wondered if the Stanley Kubrick's idea was that the first generation of people that started being born on other planets, they would start to change into different people. Sort of like you could tell if someone was from Mars or something. They would have some sort of Mars characteristic that people started evolving there. And maybe that was the future of humanity, is once we develop these new human species, they'll become more dominant, they'll have more intelligence, or they'll end up having more money and take over the world. Some people debate if that's already what's happened on the Earth. Is it the people that are in charge of the planet right now, these secret societies, all date back to a family line that has like the elongated skulls? So technically, there is a more evolved form of humans around and they still are in control. That's pretty fucked up. Speaking as the guy that likes the algorithm that makes his giant elongated skull smaller. It's like, excellent. Yeah, what I could do is just put up a green screen behind my head, but I'm like, nah, I kind of like how it makes my head smaller. People meet me in real life and they'll be like, oh my god, your head's way bigger. I'm like, yeah, it's the algorithm helps. It's like some people need an algorithm to make the wrinkles go away. I need one to make the elongated skull go away. Now, that's what I figured actually saved me when it came time to the concussion accident. When I got hit with the metal bar with so much pressure, my skull probably didn't explode because just how big my skull is. If I had a normal person-sized skull, it probably would have got crushed to pieces. But I was lucky because I had a giant head and I was wearing a hat, so it helped, and safety glasses. Actually, when the impact hit, it smashed my safety glasses and they took some of the blow. So it was like, that was close. And I was thinking, man, if I didn't wear my safety glasses that day. And it's funny because some days I would be like, oh, I don't need it. What are the odds I'm going to get hurt? And I should have realized the force of the impact when it snapped my safety glasses because I was wearing the industrial ones. And those things have like a really solid frame. So for that frame to snap, that was like quite the instance to indicate how much pressure hit it. Alright, Horny Devil. Oh, 95 clicks. Not bad. I was hoping we could get a good blueprint to wrap up the show, but man, the show still has a couple minutes. Yeah, that's what we'll do. I'll hit one more vape, then we'll check the results of the prints. See what we're looking at in prints. I think next run we'll be able to, next episode will be the end. Then I might fly to Calypso and see if there's any Halloween gifts. Hopefully we just didn't miss the Halloween gifts or they're late. I don't know what it is. If anyone in the chat, can you post, did they Calypso give out the yearly Halloween gift or not yet? Or was it just cancelled? Bah humbug. Alright, so yeah, let's check this out. Check it out. We're up to 49. That's kind of low TT value. But add in the 40 clicks of Sleipner. That's pretty good. Steering rod, shit. Gunnier. That's pretty good, 44 clicks. Horny Devil Truck, 95 clicks. Roadster, 23. Biohazard, limited 83 clicks. Yeah, so there were some pretty good print clicks here. Sleipner was the best, definitely the best. The biggest ped value is a 399. Wasn't so bad. I think for the amount of clicks we did and the amount of prints, 341 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 prints and 300 clicks. That's really good, right? I like that ratio. I wish Monria's print to click ratio was more like that. Alright, let's check out. Hey, get out of here, Shrapnel. Now let's go to the storage terminal, and I'll put everything in storage for now. Oh wait, I can't put it in storage. Can put this stuff in storage. I gotta keep the blueprints so I can total them. So I want to make sure they're separate. Alright, we're up to 32 ped and shrapnel. Right, so 607 in sand run of fuel cells, 494, so 6 and 5, so that's almost 11. I still got 100 of polymer left, 22. Yeah, so it's quickly coming to an end. And it looks like I will lose about 200 ped overall, even with that global. Just covering the auction fees and everything. But then can I make over 100 ped back in order to, for my blueprints? Let's check it out, what we're looking at for prints. The Sleipner 336 clicks at 7,000%. That's a pretty good total. Gunnier 142. And speed bike and hoverboard, we got over 100 of each. That's pretty good. There it is, the Bonzo Slim Jim 378. Let's give that a quick total. Now I'm going to total it for the high amount that I usually sell it for, but we'll also divide it in half, just to say more realistically if it's sold bad on auction and you didn't put a reserve bid, how much you would get. Alright, so 378 times 30,000% markup. That's 1,134. So that's how much it would sell for if I got a high bidder. And if I wanted to take half of that, that'd be the low amount. So that'd be divided in half. It's 567. So I'd make 567 just from the Sleipner print, or the Bonzo Slim Jim. Let's check out the market value on it right now. Yeah, because 15,000 is what I put for the low bid. So even that's a little bit over the monthly, but really guys, you could raise this up. Hardly any of them sell. It's such a hard print to get. You could do this all day for days and you wouldn't even get enough to make 1,000 ped. Well, maybe 1,000, but still. I don't know. I'm thinking the crafting run isn't going to be so bad once I total it up. What do you guys think? Did I harvest enough prints in order to recoup my losses from losing the 200? But I also can sell the metal residue for a little bit of markup, so maybe I can make back some of the losses on it if I was going to sell it. But I'll probably keep it and use it for lubrication during the crafting process. It's a fair bit of lube. 500 ped of lube. Man, that just sounds wrong. Alright, later soul. Gonna head out. Alright, so say goodbye to Soul and we'll head out. Yeah, thanks everyone who watched the whole episode this far. If you want to help out also with Patreon, that'd be cool. Society 6 is finishing quick is my specialty. Comes on shirts and bed sheets. Both very popular with the ladies. Right, and we also have Hideout TV, which is like a YouTube service. It'll pay you to watch videos, except they split money between the viewers. and the creators, so both people get a share of the ads. And then GameKit is a place I'll pay you to be a gamer, but I encourage you to use Entropia Partners for that instead. I got the affiliate link in that also. Free Bitcoin is free Bitcoin casino spins that you see me do every hour. I've got over, what is it, 53 people that are helping with the hourly spins now. So I thank everyone for doing that. Who knows, maybe I'll achieve my life dream of reaching 1 Bitcoin. That'd be like my life retirement fund. If I could have 1 Bitcoin. I mean, you never know, Bitcoin could change. Probably plummet. Yeah, I predict the day that I reach 1 Bitcoin, the price will drop to $1,000. No. Or become worthless. But that better not happen. Anyways, yeah, if you also want anything cool during the whole lockdown situation in the world, we got to listen to the authorities and self-isolate or social isolate, whatever it's called. Physical distancing. But anyways, you can get your hands on the Virtual Mate sex machine. It's for adults and men only. But if ladies need a sex machine, they know who to call. Just kidding. Unless you're near Toronto. But yeah, if you're wondering if the Virtual Mate is real, they sent me one. So you can see it actually arrives in the mail and everything. I haven't opened it yet, but we'll see how long this lockdown goes. Now I might give it away to viewers one day. Maybe I'll make that as my 100,000th viewer giveaway. Don't worry, it'll be still sealed. I'm not going to give away a used one. Yeah, I better check, make sure the seal on this one's still good. Maybe that's why it took longer to ship here. Alright, so yeah, just click the show more info button. My website's in there too, I think. Should be. Also got links for Raven Jade stuff, the Entropia zine. I think I'm going to add the Entropia Sweat Union or something too. They're pretty cool. I always like the idea of unions. If anyone's on my Facebook, you know all about it. Alright, take care everyone. Yeah, just make sure if you happen to get any Motorhead kegs in your vaporizer and it tastes like shit, give the show a dislike. But if it doesn't happen, you can help with a like. I really appreciate it. And just make sure you never buy the products from my sponsor, because it will ruin your life. Bye for now. Ah. Here's 3 things. One's to subscribe, don't forget. YouTube says you'll like the other ones.